Kyle. We are talking about radio. And your host, Aaron Snyder. We out here.
All right, Talk About It Radio's the show. I have a very, very special guest in studio today.
Yo.
These are my good friends. I know one of these guys since maybe, we go back since maybe since we were like 6 or 7.
Way back.
No other than the musicianist and artist Kyle Murphy and Ant Parker. What's going on, y'all?
We doing well right now, man.
Yeah, chilling.
That's what's up, man. So how y'all been? What's new?
Working on music constantly. Trust.
Man, we've been working on music constantly, but we just come back with like ideas back and forth every day. It's something new every day. We just come with something new.
So much progress. That's all we know.
Like, this is crazy, man. This interview's happening, bro.
Really?
I know.
This is a dream.
So how did you guys meet, and where did you, Kyle, where'd your love for music come from, and you, and where'd your love for music come from?
So for me, music, where it came from for me, I would play a lot of video games, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Like, it kept strands from Zelda, Resident Evil, and I would always listen to the main menu screen and just listen to the music where it came from. Mm-hmm. And I always came from like R. Kelly and Usher and stuff like that, because my mom would play all types of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. She'd have every album. So I just always listened to like video game music, mm-hmm. and then like R&B. So I'd never strayed from like that type of stuff. So I don't know how I became a rapper, to be honest. But how we met, we had a mutual friend on mm-hmm. Facebook, and he thought we had the same type of sound, mm-hmm. so he just matched us together. And ever since, we've never stopped working. Wow.
So a lot of people don't know about Ant Parker. Who is Ant Parker?
Me, man, I started music the weirdest way. Like, I didn't really like care about actually making it until like I finished high school and was like, man, I need something to do. I was like, I gotta stop like just drinking and partying. Like, this is a waste of time. Mm-hmm. So like, I was listening to Tyler, the Creator, a lot. It's so random. Like, I liked other artists way before that, like a bunch of EDM artists like Daft Punk or mm-hmm. Borgora, stuff like that. But like, I was like, Tyler, the Creator inspired me to make beats. So I like started making beats like that when I first started, and mm-hmm. I was like, and then I started like getting a taste of my own style. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah.
So what is your style?
My style, it's like a experimental. Like, I love glitch sounds. Like, mm-hmm. anything that just sounds irregular to normal music.
Wow.
Throws people off. Yeah, that's my style.
So Kyle, like I said, I've known you since I was maybe 6, 7, and we've been through ups. You know what I mean? Downs. We'd have been through it all, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
I got to know you from school. Was it school?
Yeah,
that's where
actually,
we
it was way back in like elementary. Around there.
I still remember when I convinced you to come to the Bears. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. And I was skeptical because I was always good at sports, but I mm-hmm. never really liked it. But when I played at the Bear, I found myself at that place, even though I had friends on the team, so it just stuck.
Yeah, for people who don't know who the Bears are, it's a Pennsylvania team. It's the Conshohocken Golden Bears. It was a football team.
75 pounds.
You already know that's what we represent now here.
75. Hashtag 75.
Talk about it.
We out here.
But yeah, man, we go way back. So I've seen you grown so much from the Kyle that I used to know, who just cracked everybody up, to kind of like a calmer Kyle.
Yeah.
So how have you been able to transition? Like, how have you transitioned from that youngster that I've known to now, the young man that I know today?
Well, to be honest, when I used to be in like middle school, and I used to, like, my teachers would tell me like I was one of the most bad kids in the school, but I would never tell anybody that, because that's not something you would tell anybody.
Yeah.
The teacher could get in trouble.
Yeah.
So like I had to start thinking about that. So I started like reading a lot of articles on like behavior, and I learned a lot. And it wasn't even just articles. I read a lot of Stephen King books, and I I learned how he wrote and like how he writes. Like it inspired me to like just have a more calm, stable, like static feel of my life. And you, with books, you kind of do that. Like it keeps you more calm than ever. Like I read a lot on the bus, to be honest, and I just relax more. So like I just keep. But to strain from high school to now, I don't know. It didn't click with me to get in trouble anymore. It wasn't cool anymore. It's expensive to be cool, so I couldn't afford it.
Yeah. So, and what type of person are you? Like, have you been like Kyle, a goofy guy, and got in trouble a lot until now being calm, or?
Oh man, yo, the transformation I had is crazy. High school, I used to come there drunk all the time. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Partied all the time. I didn't care about anything. Like, the wildest thing I would do was like, when it was like snowing one time, we were at this party. I just went outside and started streaking. I was trash.
Wow. Bro.
Like now, I don't do stuff like that anymore because it's really unnecessary. It was fun, but it was unnecessary because like I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble by the cops ever. Like there are plenty of times I was doing stuff like that. Now I'm like calm. I'll meditate. Like that's something I like to do. Like that calms me down, just keeps me relaxed. Like I practice Buddhism a little bit here and there, but that's pretty much.
Yeah.
So for people from Plymouth White Marsh who haven't seen Kyle in a while, what's new with Kyle? If they met you right now, what could they expect?
They should just know that Kyle has his hands on everything. Kyle never really is stuck with one thing. Kyle, maybe in 10 years, Kyle could be writing children's books. Kyle could be learning another language. You never know what Kyle could be doing. So I'm always doing something. It strands from dance to graphic designing. It doesn't matter what it is. I just like to be active.
Yeah, man. You've like I said, it's been a minute since I've seen you, but when I've seen you, you were like dancing, doing jerking. Was it Dougie out at the time? I'm not sure if Dougie was.
You can correspond.
Yeah. So pin drops, all that type stuff.
Yes.
So I was wondering, like, why'd you stop going in that direction? Because you once had a group. It was called Virgo, I believe.
Yeah, it was Virgo at the start. Well, let me tell you that story. It was Virgo, but a lot of the members, even though it was like 2 other members, including me, a lot of the members weren't as active as I was. So it wasn't as like we were all working together. It was me controlling Virgo. So I had to change that up. I had to control myself. So I had to convert to another team, and the team stuck for years. We've been like the most impactful dance team in Norristown. Wow. And so it's proof. It's statistics prove it all on YouTube everywhere.
So you still do dance? Not
much. I mean, I can dance. Like if I were to go to a rave, I'd be doing the moves that I've been doing all along. But I don't. If I do a video, then I'll dance. But I don't know. I just don't do it that much.
Wow. So
what made me stop though? I just wanted to do more things. Like I felt like if I kept dancing, like I wouldn't really go too far as much as I really wanted to, because dancers don't go that far. It's a limit to things like that. Like you start from here, and you perform at a Michael Jackson's concert, but that's it. You don't go anywhere else than that. You don't become a cinematographer. You don't become a director of a movie. So I wanted to be more than just a dancer.
So basically, you're saying you're not categorizing yourself as one thing.
Exactly.
You want to be many things.
I'm an octopus.
The
octopus
Talk
out
about
here.
it. But how'd that work out? Because weren't you once sponsored?
Yeah, we had a few sponsors.
Dancing?
Yeah, we had Team Rocket sponsor, Sean Rocket Tees. He sent us a few T-shirts, but he had gotten to some like law and some court problems, so he couldn't really keep his brand name. The other one was WVG. We won that sponsor, and we were getting close to Neurosonic, but that's when the time when it died down for us dancing. But WVG, they gave us a few shirts, and then it just kind of died down. They weren't really a big brand, so I think they knew that it wouldn't really get too far.
So, Ant, have you? were you a dancer at all, or what were you doing back in those days?
Yo, I was B-boy Dimension in high school, yo. I used to break dance at parties all the time. That was my thing, yo. And like spinning on one arm in gym. Like I used to do all that type of stuff. Coin drops, yeah. I love dancing. I still like dancing at raves and stuff like hard styling. Pretty much it. Oh yeah, and tectonic.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you did
EDM dances is fun.
Yeah.
So, back to the music. What type of music inspired you to do what you're doing now?
It really stranded from how much music we actually listen to. It's not even just one thing.
I'll say video games.
Exactly. Like you never get one type of video game. It's always like a mixture of everything. So like we listen to everything. It's not anything we don't listen to.
Oh yeah, anime too. Yeah, definitely
anime influenced us.
Anime influences our image mostly.
Yeah, you see Afro Samurai.
See this?
We're not playing out here, but the music is really strange. It's not even. It's more experimental than anything, but you can't really box it in because some days we may make like house, we may make like drum and bass or something, but we never just make experimental. It's never just, you can't define it.
Yeah. So, what type of music do you enjoy doing? Because I know Kyle, you started out as a rapper, and you actually put out a mixtape called "Mark My Words."
Yes.
What made you go in a different direction from "Mark My Words"?
You see, as I said before, I don't really stick to one thing. So as a rapper, I would rap on other people's instrumentals, and I felt like I wasn't the creator of that song. So I had to start making my own stuff. I had to start on I had to produce my own stuff at that. So I just started becoming a producer. But at the time, like I wasn't as good as the people's instrumentals that I was rapping on, so I had to take some time off. But it seems like I'm taking time off, but I'm just doing it under the table. This, I'm actually producing, because when I'm learning, I'm actually learning from him too. But when I'm producing, he's been in it for years. This is my first year actually being a producer.
Oh, wow.
But I'm actually learning how to produce so that once I get really good, I can make my own stuff. But literally people know I actually have an entire tape produced by me. I'm just putting lyrics on right now.
Oh, wow, really?
Exactly.
So, how did Mark My Words do? Because I know for me, it's probably one of my favorite things to listen to because it has so much truth in it, and because the quality of music that you're producing,
yes,
it's insane, bro. It really is.
I appreciate that.
Sing With Me. I just found out that was found out that was a Kendrick beat. I didn't know that. I love that beat, but I feel like that's like that. Your beat or you're rapping on that. I feel like that's your style. Like, and I really connected. Like, I can understand where you're coming from. So, how did Mark My Words do?
For some people, it actually surprised me because I really tried to make it, inform it, and craft it into a tape for more of the younger perspectives, younger people that see in that lane. But it actually worked out for people that are way older than me.
Wow.
Everyone 30 and up actually liked it more than everyone 20 and down.
Wow.
I was surprised.
So, did your mom listen to this tape?
I think she did. Sometimes, see, the embarrassing thing is sometimes like my tape is laying around on the floor somewhere. I have like 10 more to give out, but it's just like everywhere. So maybe she plopped it in one day. She told me if she likes three songs out of one tape, she'll buy the tape. So I think she likes a couple of my songs.
So, what does your mother, your parents, you guys, what do your parents think of you going in this direction? Are they supportive? Are they skeptical?
Well, my parents, they're both musicians already.
Oh, okay.
And they like travel a lot, so they're just like, oh snaps, my son's in music. Like, soon as I like started doing this, they're like, oh snaps, he's doing music now. Finally, finally, I'm so happy for him because before that, I wasn't doing music at all. Like I told you previously, I was just getting drunk and partying. They hated that. Like I got kicked out of the house like twice.
Wow.
the first time I had lived at my ex-girlfriend's house in like 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Then I lived at my friend Lauren's house for like 2 months. Like that was the worst.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, like now that I'm doing music, they support me and they want to like promote me with their friends and stuff. Like they want to put me on.
Wow.
The people they know because
Yeah,
they travel the world and like I'm ready to do the same thing now.
Mm-hmm. So have you were you a rapper before this or how you know what I mean?
And I used to try to rap because like in 9th grade I used to try to rap because of like Reed Dollaz and Meek Mill's music the videos, and I was like, nah, I ain't never doing this. And then like this past summer, this girl I was dating, well, I'm not dating her anymore, but this girl I was dating named Grace, she tried to get me to rap over my own beats. Like I tried it, and it like I liked it a little bit, but I was like, nah, it's not me. Like I can't feel it. I don't feel it that much. Yeah, I was just like, nah.
Then you used to film with Shannon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to
Wow.
he used to be a cinematographer.
Wow,
He know a little
man.
something.
Yeah, man. Well, he out here.
Yeah, yo.
Ouch.
We octopuses. We multitask.
We doing
talented.
everything.
Doing everything out here.
So if you could either pick one, Kyle, what would you rather do? Would you rather be doing what you're doing now, or would you rather rap and instead of making instrumentals and beats, would you rather rap or do instrumentals? If you had to choose one.
That's a really hard question because it's actually a really hard question coming from me because where I come from, like writing to me is like prime. Like writing can do a lot for the world, but music, instrumentally, the emotions and the melodies, symphonies, all that type of stuff can move you. Like it can move you emotionally. So it's nothing. I would say
Definitely if you're like watching a movie or something.
yes. For right now, like in the world for right now, people don't really listen to instrumentals as much as they listen to lyrics. So I would say, well, for me personally, I would say I'd probably be more of a rapper than a writer. I mean, more of a rapper than a musician.
It's crazy because, like I said before, I've known you for a long time, and seeing your character and seeing you grow, you were never the type to try to fit in at all.
Never.
At all. Like, you've always been your own person. Has that always been something that you were adamant about, not fitting in and doing your own thing, or was there any difficulties during any schooling period of your life, like trying to fit in and, you know what I mean?
For me, it was just like, it was no such thing as fit in. It's like trying to fit a basketball inside of like a speaker. Like it doesn't work. You can't, it was no fit in. I couldn't fit anywhere. So it was just like, I just did me. There was no door to try to break through. There was no window to try to, it was just nothing. I just had to just do me. I didn't know any. See, the thing about being cool is it's expensive, as I said before. I couldn't afford it, man. So I had to drop it. I mean, I did rent it for a couple months, but I had to give it up. I'm telling you. I never wore Jordans though.
Talk about it. They cost
Never
a lot.
wore Jordans.
How about you, Ant? And were you the type to not try to fit in? Were you always your own self?
People call me hipster, so I'm
Whatever that
always
means.
myself, like all the time. Like I didn't care about fitting in. There was a time I was being edgy on purpose too, just to piss people off because I thought it was funny. And it was like the Tyler the Creator era in my life. That's what I'm gonna just call it. When I was 18 and up, I would just like say like crazy stuff on Facebook, and people were like, "That's not cool," or like wear upside down cross shirts and like Illuminati type shirts and stuff just to be edgy. I just thought it was funny, but I was still being myself because I just enjoyed being edgy.
Yeah.
But now I'm still myself. Like I say what I want. I don't let other people's views and perceptions change what I'm gonna say. Like that's not me. Like I honestly don't care what other people think. That's how you feel, and this is how I feel. Like your opinion is not gonna change my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm always myself.
So do y'all want to get into a record?
Let
We go
drop
play-
the beat.
We gonna play.
Show the world.
Trapaholics mixtape. This is trap.
We're actually about to get into crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this
So-
for the Asian ladies out here, man.
We
All
out
the
shit,
Asian
B,
women.
like I said. All right, and Kyle, crystals coming up next. Let's go.
Whoop.
Y'all know what that was. That was that Ant and Kyle crystals. Let's go. You already know. They doing their thing on this John B. So, back to the conversation. So, what is next for both of you?
Man, we trying to drop this tape, man, right on iTunes. We gonna drop this tape, and that's gonna change the world, or at least change our worlds.
What's the name of the tape?
Show the world.
Show the world.
Yeah.
And where'd that concept come from?
We actually, our first song that we made actually created the whole entire tape because it was just so, it was so for the world. Like everyone, every ethnicity could really like it. And so it was just for everyone. So we had to just show the world what we could make for everyone.
It reminded me of Jungles.
Yeah, I like that. Jumpers.
Off of what jungle?
No, I'm talking about like forests and stuff like that
Like
all
the
over the
Amazon.
world.
Yeah.
Like islands. Like I just like close my eyes and listen to that song. Like I imagine like all this nature everywhere, just beautiful. That's how I feel. When
Yeah, you can hear birds and water, all types of stuff like that. It's just real natural. A lot of people will like it.
Were you guys always positive and uplifting and spiritual in a way, or did you guys were you guys a little bit of a rebel?
Yeah, I know.
per
Shit.
se.
It was. I don't even know. It's like when we came together. It's like we both help each other with like little faults that we have. So like we may not have like grown as positive people, but like how we see each other. Like we'll like say for example we're making an instrumental. Say, oh, I don't feel like the other day I was talking about like I don't feel like I'm as good as a producer. I don't know what I'm doing. He helped me like figure out like it's not just about that. Like us working together, we can work like that.
Yeah.
And so like I may help him with technical things. He may help me with emotional things. And
like
it's just back and
structure
forth.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it
we
just
both-
works out and stuff.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
both work together.
So
really good.
what's your strength and what's his weakness, and what do you think his weakness is, and vice versa?
Yeah.
I think he's more. I'm more of a like. Sometimes I may have like emotional breakdowns because like everyone's sad, and like I may be like pessimistic or whatever they call it. But sometimes it may be me. Like he may help me with emotion and stuff like that. And then other times we'll be like saving a video and like we'll forget that we muted the song, and I'll tell him like it's technical stuff that I'll help him with that he forgets and stuff like that.
You're talking about in the music we make too?
Yeah. Like how do you guys
He's amazing at drums. Like I could be good at drums sometimes, but like he's good like all the time. And like melodies, that's just like my thing
That's
right
him.
there. Like
Right there.
He can
It's
make
just- it's a
melodies
per-
sometimes too.
It's a
but,
perfect mix.
like my melodies, like I just put my soul into it.
It's like I'm the cereal and he's the milk.
Yeah, basically.
The cereal's the drums, the milk is the symphonies.
Yep.
how have people received what you're doing and this and the music and the you know what I mean?
Yeah, like how do people take it?
Yeah.
Most people like a lot of natural people really like it because they see the drive and they see where we're trying to go with it.
Yeah, they seen the point. They see
It's-
the point that we're trying to make.
It's like it's not we don't there's a lot of like EDM producers that just make trash. And it's just literally trash. Like every time me and him will listen to music, we'll be like, oh, the snares are poop. Or oh, the hi-hats are poop. Like poop. It's just poop. So like we'll just be like, yeah, it's poop. And we'll just be like making stuff that people want to hear. Like people want to hear. Like we're sitting in the office right now. Like people, we live in Norristown right now. Like you don't usually hear like water. You're not emphasized by water and birds and stuff like that. We want to bring that to the urban society. Just make people more positive and happy. That's what we're trying to do.
Yep.
So do you think by doing that, people are being more happy and being more positive, or do you think that there's still like animosity and like I don't know,
There is a lot of that. You wanna go into this?
Like I have people hit me up about our music saying like they can like relax to this, like this could help me go to sleep. Like yeah, that's like positive feedback to me about our music and stuff. Yeah, uplifting.
Sometimes it's just different. Like some people don't wanna adjust to something that's new, and it's not really all about that at the end of the day. It's just adjusting. You have to really just adjust with the environment. If the environment is changing, you have to maneuver or you're gonna die. So like we're just trying to. I mean, sorry to be blunt, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Hashtag truth. But like we just trying. That's what we're trying to do. And so like a lot of people don't listen to EDM down here. It's not relevant. But we're just trying to bring it up.
To be completely honest, me, when I heard like you were going in the instrumental, I was confused because I seen what an amazing rapper you were,
Yeah,
and are, and I'm like, why, huh? What are you doing? And you actually sent me. We were conversing over text. I hit you up, and I actually saw one of your, what was it? Actually saw a cipher, the ciphers you were doing.
Yeah.
And you remember I hit you up on one of the YouTube channels. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm so happy for you. Da 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 da.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm like, yo, man, this is sick. And then I got into Mark My Words. You sent me the link for Mark My Words. I'm like, oh man, yo, he's tight, yo. And then you sent me like a couple of days later. You sent me a link to instrumentals and beats.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
Oh yeah, it's a major change.
I'm
yeah.
like, he's doing this now. I want more rapping because I love hip hop no matter what. Like hip hop is where my heart is.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, maybe I do need to open my eyes and broaden myself to different types of music, which I think people don't do enough of.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I feel you. See, with me is it's not even like it's like if you think of it in like a universal sense, I never really left the building when it comes to rapping.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you take my rapping and take all of the sounds and melodies and replace them and put them into instrumentals, you can still hear where my feel comes from. It's never different. So that's just all of where I'm coming from. But rap it will never stop. I'm always writing.
That's what's up, bro. I'm so happy for you guys, and I'm excited for you guys to
Thank you.
keep doing what y'all doing, and keep sending this positive message out to the world. And I know one day y'all gonna make good of yourselves and give the people a new way of looking on life.
You want to give them the truth.
Exactly.
Yes.
Speaking of the truth, what is the truth with you and these females? What's up?
What's up?
What's going on with the ladies, B?
Females is weird. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like I'm like 8% of the population in the world. But like the way I talk to females, it's like I'm not even talking to them like in the sense of every man. I talk to them in a way of like, cause I'm more of a way different person. So I sit back.
Talk about it.
Like the way I speak, I just sit back and learn how they are. And as soon as I see one fault in the way I don't want my future to be, I cut them off. I don't want that because I know what I want. That's just how it is.
And
I'm like Drake with females.
Everyone record what Ant's about to say.
Every girl like I end up talking to, I get like extra soft and sweet to them. Like they be thinking I'm in love with them, but it's just like nah. I love everyone already, so it's like it's hard for me to not be nice like that.
B. It's a different type of
love.
love.
Oh no, like I'm not saying this to be rude, but I don't
light
need
skin, that's
them.
what it is.
But it's just like I'm light skinned. Okay,
Talk about it.
the light skin jokes here they come. But like, but it's just like I like being really sweet and nice to them because like I would want them to treat me the same way.
True.
I don't overdo it either. It's just like women. I love women.
True.
Have you guys ever been in love? Honestly, have you had that one girl where you like, man, I let her get away, or man, this never worked out, or man?
No.
Twice for me. First, it was in high school.
Talk about high school days with women, man. I swear, B.
Yeah,
They're
but
the
like,
worst.
but I feel as though it was more of a lust thing as I got older and like had more knowledge. Like we weren't really in love with each other. I think I don't know. It's like confusing. I think it was more of an infatuation. But like the girl that I recently dated over the summer named Grace, like we only known each other for like a little bit, but like we were both in love with each other. Like after 2 months, like we literally connected on everything. Like
Wow.
there is no time period of falling in love with someone. Oh yeah, and we never like did anything, stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we just connected like that.
Yeah,
That's why
I like that.
it was crazy. Like I never had that feeling with anyone before.
Does your music consist and have any patterns of love in, you know what I mean?
Well, like influenced by women.
Yeah. Like, will your beats start being more R&B type, or will you continue to do nature and positive vibes, or will you get into different things, different types of beats?
Well, to put it this way, women are nature. So the way we make beats, it's just that's how we perceive women. We see you as like natural. We love
Tree of
natural
life.
women. We don't like man-made women. Put it like
Come
that.
on, man. Call them thoughts, man. They're thoughts.
The thoughts, man. We don't like man-made women. We don't like
Yeah, I
women
hate that
that.
word.
Get out of here, B.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Take your thought and you know what out of here, B.
For me,
We out here.
For me, over the summer when I was dating that girl,
Yep.
like we made an album together and she sung on it too.
Oh,
that's
wow.
that's another reason why we connected, because she was in the music like me. So it was just crazy, but like all that's gone. So like,
Damn.
You
the
know-
album, I ended up turning it really sad, and it was called Euphoric Melancholia, because it's like
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's like a mellow hype type feeling. It's like up and down at the same time, so it's crazy. But yeah, that joint is gone.
Are you guys into poetry at all?
Yes.
Yes, I used to write poetry a lot. I still can. I'm not really that interested anymore.
Do you
It's like it's all right. It's fun to read.
do you guys watch any poetry? Like poetry?
Actually, there's a YouTube program called TED Talks, and I actually watch a lot of them. And there's just a lot of guys. I forget the guy's name, and we watched it in class in creative writing, and we watched the video, and it was called Till This Day. I forget his name, but that video really touched me. That's when it started getting real into like writing and how visuals can really affect you, because it was visuals with the video.
Oh wow.
It was really touching. I liked it.
Have you heard of Rudy Francisco?
Not a chance.
No. He's a poet from Cali. He's really, really good. He tells a lot of love stories, and I connect with him about maybe 99% of the time.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how that can change my mood, and it can change my outlook on things, because
Yeah.
some of the things that he talks about is like, oh wow, I went through that, or I went through this and that, and I seen that, and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And poetry is like, it's deep, man. It's deep stuff. And so I was wondering, does poetry influence what your music is not being? Does poetry influence your music at all?
I wouldn't say it really influences. We don't ever really listen to poetry at all, actually. I don't know, it's just us. Every time we step in the studio and touch a key, we make an entire song out of it. And it's never just, oh, we'll put this on the side, maybe we'll make it a song, maybe we won't. It always comes out a song. And it's not
usually
like
really
poetry.
random too.
Yeah, it's really random, but it's like it just comes together, and it's never. I don't really see it. It never really compares. Never really influenced in poetry at all.
That's crazy.
But I could see someone who writes poetry to actually like spoken word over top of one of our instrumentals and move with the melodies and stuff like that. I could see that happening in the future.
Are you looking to sell your things, or is it just for entertainment value only?
Oh, of course. We're looking to see. This is what we want to do for the rest of our life. This is a living. We want to sell great music, and it's not that. Oh, I don't like when people say, "I don't want to sell my music. I just want to do it out of love." Don't you want to make money for what you love? That's what we just want to do. So
We may want to start DJing too.
Yeah, we're getting into DJing.
Actually, that's what I'm trying to get into.
We can all learn, man. It's a family.
Yeah.
Exactly. We out here, B.
The more people,
Ouchie.
faster. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Let's go. You heard it here.
What's going on?
Glitch gang.
You heard it here on Talk About It Radio. You already know what it is. We family up in here, B.
Yeah.
La familia. A rich boy.
So, a few more questions, then I'm gonna let you go. Why is it important for you to continue to make this music and push this music out to the masses?
That's a good question. The thing is a lot of people, not even people, a lot of children overall universally are distracted by the most inanimate things. And it's heartbreaking because like you see a lot of people you used to know and they're doing nothing with their lives. And what we're doing is we're trying to make the little things most beautiful to you. Like you see that banana on the table, we're trying to show why that banana is beautiful. And not just a banana. Banana gang.
Too strong.
Too strong.
Right.
You got anything to say, Ant? Or
Man, I feel like music is my life's purpose now. Like, that's what I'm here to do.
Music is life. Ball
Like,
is
I'm
life.
here to enlighten people on the positivity of everything in the world. Like, they don't have to look at the gray as gray. It could be like a rainbow. It could be like anything you want it to be, as long as you appreciate it for being that. So it makes you happy. Everybody needs to know appreciation too.
why do you think music is so empowering?
Because music, it's like listening to words, but you're creating your own words. It's not instrumentals, like the melodies of instrumentals. You're not hearing words, but you're putting words in yourself. That's what makes it most beautiful to me.
To me, I feel like music actually takes you on a journey through someone's mind at that point, like while they're making it, but like you're listening to it after they made it already.
It's an adventure.
Like,
Adventure game.
literally a journey.
So, last question. I asked everybody this. In about 10 years, where do you see yourselves?
For me, 10 years, I would see myself doing something I've never done before.
You see yourself with a family, kids, wife?
Exact family. See, yeah, definitely
Entertainment,
family and kids. I wanna,
acting.
yeah, I would like to be an actor. I don't know if I'd be too good, but I'd like to do it. No, well, me and him have a screenplay that we're gonna
Oh,
be.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting into some stuff like that. We film. This is what we do. We do everything. But I see myself just doing something I've never done before, like pilot of a plane or learning a new language. Like I want to know something. I want to better myself. That's just what I want to do.
You, Ant?
Yo, I see us DJing on islands. Like I even have it. I had the weirdest dream about that because I was like the night before I was just like looking at pictures of islands for some reason. I was just like, it'd be cool to DJ on the island. Then I dreamt about it and I was like, yo, this is wild.
Yo,
like,
this
it's
should
so
be like
lucid.
a huge DJ set, and like we should have like electronic trees just dancing to the bass. Yo, the trees just move to the bass, and then and then it glitches, and then
Like
the trees glitch.
traveling the world all the time just because.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
travel, man. I'm trying to see what I haven't seen before.
Talk about it, man. Well, this has been really exciting and very a great interview, and I thank you guys for coming by and talking about your new mixtape. Is it a mixtape or
No,
album?
it's an EP.
It's an EP.
All right, their EP. It is called
Show the world.
Show the World. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Talk
Thank
about
you.
it radio.
Thank you, man.
No problem, man. Like I always say, we grind together out here, B.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your quote, Ant?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
He said, "Teamwork makes the dream work."
Yeah.
Yeah,
We out here.
teamwork makes the dream work. You know what I mean? We family, like I said. Well, I thank everybody for listening to Talk About It Radio. I'm your host, Aaron Snyder. Where can people find you?
You can find Ant and Kyle's Twitter as Ant Kyle, at Ant Kyle. You can find our Instagram it's at Ant X Kyle. You can find his Instagram at Universal Unicorn God.
Universal God.
Yeah,
Unicorn.
something like that. You can find me simply at Kyle Said Hi on
Yeah.
Twitter and Instagram.
And our SoundCloud is Ant Kyle Music. Yeah.
And we throw it. We put a few tracks on there. You guys can listen to.
Yeah, about 3. That's pretty much.
Thank you guys so much for coming by, B.
Mhm.
All right. Give it up for
All right.
Ant
We're
Kyle.
out here.
Yeah, we all share.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thank you.
We gonna get into this track, Midnight Falls. Ann and Kyle, let's get it. Talk about it radio.
Mix.
All right, this was a great show. Talk About It Radio. You already know what it is. I had Dale Rutledge call in, and I had two great guests, Ant and Kyle. Great musicians. I thank everybody for listening. I thank for everybody for their support. You can find me at A Snyder A1 on Instagram and Twitter. Hit me up. Let's converse. Let's talk about it. You already know what it is. Talk About It Radio with your host, Aaron Snyder. Let's get it. See you next week. Actually, I won't see you next week. Actually, next week's spring break. So I'll see you the following Tuesday. Talk About It Radio. Your host, Aaron Snyder. You already know what it is. Talk About It Radio. I'm out. Let's go.